Welcome to BrainBloom, your channel for self-improvement and thought-provoking ideas. Today, we're diving into the bold wisdom of Diogenes the Cynic, a philosopher from ancient Greece who lived life on his own terms. This guy was out there. He lived in a barrel, for crying out loud. But don't let that fool you. His fearless ideas challenge us to rethink how we live, even today. Let's explore 5 of his most powerful quotes and the life lessons behind them. Ready? Let's dive in. Diogenes once saw a child drinking water from his hands and immediately threw away his cup, saying, "I threw my cup away when I saw a child drinking from his hands." This simple act speaks volumes. Diogenes realized he didn't need a fancy cup to quench his thirst. It's a powerful reminder that we often complicate our lives with unnecessary possessions and desires. Think about it. How often do we get caught up in the pursuit of the latest gadgets, the biggest houses, the fanciest clothes? Diogenes lived with minimal possessions, finding liberation and freedom in simplicity. His message resonates even more strongly in our modern world, bombarded as we are by consumerism. Imagine the freedom of letting go of that need for more, of being content with what you have. It's not about living in poverty, but about focusing on the essentials, on experiences, on connections, on purpose. When we shed the weight of material obsession, we create space for clarity and genuine happiness. Choose experiences over things, connection over accumulation, and find joy in the simple act of living. Diogenes was once asked, "What is the most beautiful thing in the world?" His reply? The absence of desire. He wasn't suggesting we become emotionless robots. He was pointing out the trap of constantly chasing external validation. Diogenes believed true fulfillment comes from within, from living in accordance with our values, with truth. He famously said, "He has the most who is most content with the least." In a world obsessed with social media, Diogenes' message is more relevant than ever. Imagine the weight lifted from your shoulders when you stop seeking the approval of others. What if we spent less time curating our online personas and more time cultivating our inner landscapes? True wealth lies in living authentically and seeking truth, not applause. Diogenes wasn't a big fan of institutions. He questioned everything and challenged authority. But he recognized the importance of a strong foundation, especially for the young. He believed that true freedom stemmed from self-sufficiency, from having the knowledge and skills to navigate the world independently. He famously said, "The foundation of every state is the education of its youth." Diogenes wasn't just talking about formal schooling. He was talking about the ongoing pursuit of knowledge, the development of critical thinking, the cultivation of inner strength and resilience. In today's rapidly changing world, Diogenes' message is more important than ever. We're constantly bombarded with information, opinions, and agendas. Diogenes urges us to be active participants in our own education, to cultivate critical thinking, to question everything. Remember, knowledge is power, and the most valuable education is the one we give ourselves. Diogenes wasn't afraid to ruffle some feathers. He was the ultimate contrarian. One day, in broad daylight, Diogenes took a stroll through the marketplace holding a lit lamp, searching the ground. People asked, "Diogenes, what are you looking for?" His reply, "I'm looking for an honest man." Diogenes, with his trademark wit, exposed the hypocrisy he saw in society. He was highlighting the rarity of true honesty, of integrity. Cynicism, in Diogenes' hands, wasn't about negativity or despair. It was a tool for social commentary, a way to challenge the status quo. In a world that often rewards conformity, Diogenes' message is a refreshing reminder to think for ourselves. Don't be afraid to be the one with the lit lamp, searching for truth. Authenticity and integrity are far more valuable than blind conformity. Diogenes famously lived in a barrel and once told Alexander the Great to get out of his sunlight. Beneath the eccentricity there was a powerful message about living authentically. Diogenes once said, "Other dogs bite only their enemies, whereas I bite also my friends in order to save them." He was talking about the importance of honesty, even when it's uncomfortable. Diogenes believed that true friendship meant holding each other accountable. In a world where we're often encouraged to sugarcoat the truth, Diogenes' message is a refreshing reminder. Real growth often comes from difficult conversations and honest feedback. How often do we avoid having difficult conversations with friends or loved ones? Diogenes challenges us to be better friends, better partners, better humans by embracing honesty. True authenticity requires vulnerability, honesty, and a willingness to challenge ourselves and those around us to grow. So, there you have it, 5 bold lessons from Diogenes the Cynic. His wisdom might seem unconventional, but it holds deep truths about authenticity, simplicity, and self-reliance. True freedom comes not from amassing possessions or seeking the approval of others, but from living in accordance with our values. These lessons, though spoken centuries ago, remain remarkably relevant today. Diogenes teaches us that true wealth lies not in what we own, but in who we are.